Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Good students. Shall we learn our lesson today in the training methods? So, that in the training, we are going to learn the training methods. There are two methods. Okay, number one, on the job training, and off the job training. Off. Here on the job, when they do the job, they are learned. Okay, on the job training. First, we will learn about the on the job training. Okay, on the job training means the training will be given to the trainees within the organization and at the time of working. Okay, at the working time, working place, and under some supervisors. Okay, that is called on the job training. Here they are learning by doing. Okay, they do their work and at the same time they are learning, or we can say that learning while learning. Okay, that is the principle followed in the on the job training. Okay, learning while learning. So they are doing their work, they learn at the same time they are learning also. Okay, learning by learning, learning while learning, or learning by doing. Okay, there are many methods on the job training. Number one, coaching method. Okay, coaching. That is one training. Okay, that on the job. Within the organization, they are giving coaching. This coaching will be done by the superior. Okay, the superiors will be teaching, or they are guiding the new employees. Okay, so they will be coaching or they are guiding the new employees about the knowledge and skill of the job. Okay, so here he is who the superior only is giving the coaching. We can call him as guide, or he is an instructor. Okay, here when they are doing the work, the superior has to point out any mistake or any thing that he has not done properly, that must be pointed out by the superior, and at the same time he has to advise for the remedial measures. How can he overcome that mistake? That also must be given. So the trainees, what they can do, they can clear their doubts, or they can that mistakes will be corrected now and then. Okay, so whenever they commit a mistake, that will be pointed out by the coach and that will be corrected by him. Okay, that is called coaching method. Okay, then the next one is mentoring. Mentoring method. Here this also somewhat like a coaching method only, but here he is that the person, the mentor, we call him mentor. He share his knowledge and experience. Okay, his own experience will be shared. Okay, how he has worked. Okay, that will be shared by the mentor. Okay, so how this one is mostly done by the managerial training. Okay, managerial training. How he experienced, that will be explained to the trainees. Okay, so here usually the managerial person, the senior most person will be the mentor. Okay, so he can share his experience, how he became the best managerial person. Okay, that is called mentoring method. Next one, job rotation method. Job rotation method. Here, here also this one, managerial or executive persons can broaden their knowledge. How? One, what is job rotation? Here, one trainee, he will be sent to another department or from one department to another, or often or periodically the employees or the trainees will be transferred from one department to another or from one division to another for a particular period of time. Okay, so what is the gain of this job rotation? That employee can expose to various jobs, isn't it? He may get experience from various jobs. Wherever he goes, he gets the experience. Okay, that is the job rotation method. Okay, so almost all the jobs in an organization will be experienced by that trainees. Okay, that is job rotation. That way they give training. Then job instruction techniques. Job instruction techniques. Then here they will give, the trainees will be given the instructions of the job. Okay, they will be given often the instructions to the employee how to perform that particular job. Okay, that is called job instruction techniques method. Okay, often they will be given some instruction how to do, how to work. Okay, that will be given to the trainees. That is job instruction techniques method. Okay, then the next one, apprenticeship training. This we have heard, isn't it? Apprenticeship training method. This also they will be working. Okay, they gain the job knowledge and skill. Their senior workers or supervisors will be explaining to this trainees apprenticeship training. Okay, usually this training is given for the technical side. Okay, maybe the mechanic, motor mechanic, okay, or fitter, welder, okay, then electrician, craftsman. For all these that grade only, this apprenticeship training will be suitable. But at the time of this training, they get stipend also. Okay, yeah, an amount as the salary, that a short amount will be given as their salary or wages. Okay, in order to support them. That is called apprenticeship training method. Then committee assignment. Committee assignment. Here one committee will be assigned. Okay, one group of people. Committee means what? A group of people will be coming together to learn something. Okay, they themselves will be given an issue or a problem. They have to solve by themselves. Okay, so they gain many knowledge, more knowledge, and just by observing and participating how the others do. Okay, so that is called committee assignment. Either they themselves will join as a committee, or they can be asked to observe another committee how they perform. Okay, that is committee assignment training. Then the last one, understudy or internship training. Internship training. Here, under this training, here also we can say for the managerial level. Okay, here one assistant, we can say one example, assistant of a manager. What he does, an assistant, he observes the manager whatever he does, and he learns there. Okay, everything that he does in the in the organization itself, how a manager works every day. He is learning. So he becomes an assistant, and once the manager is absent, then this assistant can work as the manager, isn't it? So they are preparing this, that we can say the subordinates and superiors. Okay, so the subordinates can act like a superior in the absence of the superiors. Okay, that is that internship training or understudy training. Under him, he is getting the training. He learns how by just observing the superior. Okay, all these are the on the job training methods. Now we will see the off the job training. Okay. In off the job training method, the first one is, first we should know what is off the job training. Okay, here on the job training is done within the workplace, okay, working time, and with the help of the people that they are within the organization. The trainer and trainee will be from the same organization. Okay, but here the off the job training is done outside the working place. Okay, it is outside the working place, and the the trainers also may be brought from outside the organization. Okay, that is called off the job training. First one, lecture method. The training will be given by lecture, by some, like that means they will be giving some speech regarding the concept or any principles, or their knowledge will be explained through some lectures. This trainers may be from the colleges or the universities, or from any educational institution or the related organization. If it is a manufacturing organization, and from other manufacturing concern also, they can call some experts. Okay, they can give their knowledge, they can give training through their lecture, either their speech, or they can show some practical knowledge. Okay, well, just showing the audio visual tool through computer. Okay, through that one they can give training. That is called lecture method. Second one is group discussion method. Group discussion method. Here they will be assigned as groups. They the committee assignment we have seen. No? Here they will be group of people. Maybe the trainees. Okay, they are formed as groups, and they will be given one topic to discuss. Okay, that topic will be discussed because all the trainees will be grouped into various groups. Okay, each group will come with the solution for that issue. Okay, then one leader will be there. That group leader, he has to present what they have discussed, their points. Each group leader will be presenting, and there will be a moderator. He has to judge that one. Okay, he has to give the final solution. Okay, regarding that issue. Okay, that is called group discussion with that. Through that one they are getting knowledge. Okay, then case study method. Case study method. Okay, here the one case. Okay, they have to learn, study. Case study means they will be given one situation. Okay, so they have to use their own knowledge, and they have to find a solution. Okay, that there will be a problem for the one, each group will be given a problem, so they have to apply their own knowledge and skill. They have to find their own solution. Okay, each person will have their own solution, isn't it? So that each that the trainees will be they'll be delivering with different solutions for the same problem. Okay, so they will be judging their solution. Okay, so each that case study method, each trainee will be given a one situation, and he has to find out their own solution. So that person will apply their own theory knowledge, practical knowledge to find a solution for the problem given to him. Okay, each person's solution will be differing. It may not be same. Okay, that is called case study method. Role play method. Yes, role play method. They will explain about each trainees will be given one role how to play. Okay, they are playing, doing a play. Okay, they are acting out in front of everyone. Okay, what a role is given to each trainee, they have to act it out. Okay, they have to uh, that if they want to act or if they want to say something dialogue, they have to say that. They will not provide that dialogue. Okay, so for example, that salesman or that employer employee, that acting, okay, they may ask them to play. That will be done. Then here also the trainers will be there. They will observe how nicely they act. Okay, they will be given, they will be judging. Okay, who is doing performing well. The next one, seminar or conference method. Seminar or conference method. So here seminar and conference we know, isn't it? We have to participate. One seminar will be conducted. Some they were that experts or people from outside, they may come and present that seminar, or they can conduct the conference. Okay, they can, each one will be sharing their own experience in the seminar. So the others can gain the knowledge. Okay, so the mutual learning. Okay, here the each person will be given as an opportunity to express their own experiences. Okay, so whenever each person is expressing his own experience, the other people can learn from that. Okay, here that we have heard that doctors conference. Okay, there they will be experiencing many things. They will be sharing, some people will be sharing, the others can experience and learn. Okay, the doctors conference or salesman conference. Okay, this also one of the training method. Next one, field trip method. This one we know, isn't it? We have gone many times for the field trip, but we never learn anything, isn't it? Field trip, we just enjoy and come. Here, the training method of one field trip or one field work, or that training will be given for a group of employees. Okay, so they'll be taken somewhere outside from the organization, and how to work. So they will be explaining how to work in a particular situation, and if there is any doubt, they are very free to ask and clear their doubt. Okay, here the trainees will be taken together. The trainers will be asking them to work. Okay, then the next one, vestibule training method. Vestibule. the vestibule training method. Here this training will be given often for that pilot or drivers or that space scientist. For these people, one atmosphere will be created as it is the working environment, okay, where they are working. They will create one or that artificial atmosphere, okay. There they will provide the training, okay, just to avoid, as they work in the factory or in the site. In their training, what they do, the same atmosphere will be created, and they will that you teach them, they will train them, okay, just to avoid some any damage or any accident or any loss of property or even life also, okay. This is helpful for the drivers or pilots or space scientists, okay. Then the next one, e-learning method, electronic learning, that we know, isn't it, in internet learning. So here that new technology, everything can be learned from the computer or through internet, online learning, okay. That e-learning, here they do not need to spend any money or any separate time or space. At any time, even 24 hours, if we need any training, we can just browse the internet and we can learn, okay. That type of learning is called e-learning. Then demonstration training method, demonstration training, okay. Demonstration means they will show that description, isn't it. They will visually, they will display one that is situation, okay. They will be showing something, they have to prove something, how it works. For example, that electrical appliances, if we go to purchase, they will operate and show how to use them, isn't it. That is called demonstration. So the trainees will be asked them, the trainers will show to the trainees how to work that, how to perform, how to operate that machine. Okay, that is called demonstration. Okay, the last one is programmed instruction method. Programmed instruction method. Programmed instruction method. Here, the trainees will be given a series of units, okay. One that they might have already prepared one program, okay. That instruction, that will be in three sets, that three parts, okay. That they will be presenting the fact, first one. Second, they will be providing some more new knowledge, and the third part will be asking question and answer. They should answer for the question. So first they are providing the fact. So they will contact, they will ask them, they will be given some booklets or some reading materials. They will be provided with some reading materials. They have to read them and try to understand them, and afterwards they will if they, that is self evaluation exercise will be given, whether you have understood, okay. Then that means if you have passed in the first part, you should be given the, you will be passing to the second unit, okay, second part again. Then again all the same, the new knowledge will be imparted, okay. There also they will ask you to uh, evaluate the exercise, okay. That learning, they'll be provided, you will be provided some questions that you have to answer. If you have passed in that, you will be sent to the third level, okay. Like this, they will be training them. So you will be very thorough about all that by reading that books, booklet, or any manuals, something that they give. We are reading, trying to understand, and they ask question, we are answering. So we are thorough in the learning. Okay, that is the programmed instruction method. All these off the job training, on the job training we have learned. Now we will learn the differences between on the job training and off the job training. Differences. Okay, on the job, off the job. Okay, the basis. First one, meaning. We know, isn't it? Meaning, on the job training is given in the actual work environment. Okay, actual work environment. Here, outside the actual work environment. Here, in the actual work environment, outside the actual work environment. Then what about the cost? Cost is less. Okay, to carry out the on the job training, but the cost will be little more because they have to select the place outside, and they have to they have to bring the trainers. Okay, all these cost more. Okay, the cost will be more. Then the location. Where is the location? Within the organization. Okay, or at the actual workplace. Okay, it is away from the workplace. Then this one is suitable for which type of organizations? Okay, here this on the job training is suitable for manufacturing or production related job. Okay, manufacturing organization or production organization can do this on the job training. Okay, here this off the job training is suitable for managerial or non-production organization can carry on this off the job training. Okay, then which type of approach? Here it is practical approach on the job. They learn from the job itself. Okay, it is a theoretical. Lecture, conference, everything theoretical. Okay, then what is the principle followed? We know already, we have learned, isn't it? It's learning by doing. Learning while yearning. Two principles. Okay, learning while yearning and learning by doing. Here, learning by acquiring knowledge. Learning by acquiring knowledge. That is the principle. Okay, here the knowledge only, because theoretical they give lecture or mentor, coaching. Okay, lecture, conference, all they are gaining knowledge only. Then next one, who will carry out? Okay, it is carried out by the experienced employees. Okay, employees only will carry. And this training will be given by expert from the college. Okay, or anywhere. Then they are deal with. Here they are dealing with the day-to-day requirement. Okay, day-to-day requirement of the job. That means the day-to-day requirements, what they have to do, that will be explained to them. Okay, here Here group of workers can be given this type of training, of the job training. Okay. Here work disturbance will be there. Work disturbance. Here, yes, it is more, isn't it? Because actual workplace only they work, so they get the training, so more disturbance will be there, isn't it? And the sound of the machineries will be there, the tools, gadgets, isn't it? That disturbance is more, but there is no disturbance because they are away from the workplace. Then methods, all the methods that we have studied. On the job training, what are the methods we have studied? Coaching, mentoring, then job rotation, apprenticeship training, internship training. Okay, then job instruction method, all these, all the methods you have to learn. Here, yeah, all the on the off the job training. Okay, role play, seminar, case study, vestibule training. Okay, then the conference. Okay, lecturing, conferencing, field trip, then programmed instruction method, demonstration, then e-learning method. Okay, all the methods we have to write. Then what are the benefits? Benefits of training to the organization. Okay, these benefits we will learn in the next class. Okay, then I will continue the next lesson because it will be more time for you. Okay, shall we mark the question answers? That what is meant by training we mark. Mentoring training method 103. Mentoring, here this one. Okay, second. Here I have marked the points. Okay, third one, there 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 points. What is role play? 106. Role play, here 1 point, then they have to add out these 2 points. Okay. Then e-learning method 107. E-learning. Okay. This one, another point, 3 points. Okay, up to here. Then what is vestibule training? Vestibule training, page number 107. Vestibule. Here, 1 point, another point. But it is artificially created. That one. The last point, it is given to drivers, 3 points. Fully you have to write 3 marks now. What do you mean by on the job training? 103. See, 1 point, 2 point from here, 3 point, it is based on. Okay. Write down various steps that you have marked. Write short note on trainer and training you have marked. Define training, discuss various types of training. Okay, fully. Or the method. Okay, that one. And difference between training on the job, off the job. Very important. Okay, 108. Fully you have got to mark this table. Okay. benefits of training we will learn tomorrow. Okay students, thank you very much.